Hello, everyone. So you guys asked, and I'm here to deliver. This is my revamped version of my inventory list or product, I don't know, something. And I redid it to make it a little bit more simple because I used to have it columns upon columns upon columns upon columns, and I decided to merge it all and make it a little more simpler. So I'm going to go through it all to kind of show you how you can make it your own, and how to work it and have you understand the formulas on it. I will try my best not to make it sound like totally nerd talk or anything confusing for you guys. Just kind of like that way, once you download it, you know what to do with it and how you can make it your own and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can watch as I go through the Excel. So let's see, share screen. There. Okay, so this is when you first open up the Excel, this is what you're going to see. Other than in row or column K, you won't see this. So, or I have it hidden, but you can still get to it. First thing I'm going to do is show you the list tab. So down here, there's two tabs. I'm going to rename new to have it inventory, but right now it says new, but we're going to click on list. The list is everything that we have available as a product. I put it in alphabetical order, and then I put it at everything under in alphabetical order. And I used dashes to separate it just so it's a little bit more organized and easier to read between all of it. And of course, for you, you may not want something that you may not have inventory for all these things. You may decide only you want warmers and you want wax. So you can decide how you want it. My suggestion is if you want to change the way the list is, you should change it first before you start inputting your inventory. I list everything because for the most part, I do have just about everything. So for me, it just made more sense to go ahead and just get everything in order and how I want it there. So, and it's completely customizable. You can rearrange it all. You can take stuff out. You can always add more. This is the main list. This is your master list. This is where you go to, you make your changes if you need to make changes to your list. I can tell you that if you were to already start adding to your inventory list and you decide that you want to maybe rename something or maybe change something, or maybe you see where I misspelled something, and you go on your list and you update it, you're going to need to update it somewhere else, and you're going to need to update what you already entered. So I will go over that in a minute, but I just want to give you guys a heads up that yes, if you make a change after entering stuff and it affects any one of them, you're going to have to make changes elsewhere. So do it now before you start entering, and it won't be as bad. So let's just say you're like, I don't even want to deal with that. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, and you don't touch it. You're good to go. So, but this is your list. List tab is your master list. Don't delete this tab. Don't do anything. Like this is the mama. So don't do anything to make the mama mad, because if you do, it messes everything up. So when they go back to this tab, so this is the tab you're really going to be entering everything on. Your product category is what we just looked at, the list. Where you would select what it is. And your description is, it's like, for an example, if you're doing a scent bar, you would choose here and then scroll all the way down until you find the scents section and do scent bar. And then let's say we're going to do vanilla bean buttercream. And the count, let's just say we have 10. The unit price for a bar is $5, so the value is obviously you have $50 worth of vanilla bean buttercream in a scent bar. So as you see, some numbers have already started to change. Up here, this is kind of like my little quick reference. You do not have to have it. You can leave it there. You can delete it if you don't want to see it anymore. It doesn't matter. But as I start entering and I'm like way down here, it's kind of my way of knowing that my formula is right, it's adding up right, and it's just, you know, for me, I like to see a change. I like to see my value keep going up. And over here, this is my master table, and you'll see scent bar. I have 10 bars on hand, and then my value on hand, which is right here, is the same thing that's over here. Okay, so this is going to be hidden. Column K is going to be hidden from you, but this is how the formula counts everything on this table is, let's look at scent bar. Okay, so sum if is a formula where if a certain thing, item, whatever I have selected is in column A, it will count it. So for an example, what the formula is looking for, column A, which is all right here, and it's looking for K6, which is here. K6 is the scent bar, so it's looking for that, which is right here. It's going to count the 10. So we'll go over that again. So the formula is reading if in column A, all in column A, doesn't matter where at column A, it has to be in column A. If it has K6, which is this cell right here, scent bar, it will count whatever is in the C column. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. So we'll do another one. We'll do an example. So let's do a 15-watt bulb. Doesn't really matter what the description is for that, but let's just say we have 40 15-watt bulbs, and they're $2 each. So it already updated my value. It says I have $80 worth of bulbs, and my total combined value of inventory is 130. And if you go over here, it says 15-watt bulbs, and then I have 40. So, and what the formula is saying, if in column A has K23, which is this, dash 15-watt bulb, then it will count in column C. So it does. So that's how the formula will read. If you select something and it's not showing up on the table, then that means something is wrong. So like I said before, when we were looking at the list tab, if you made a change on the list, and let's say you made a change from it to say scent bar to bar, you're going to need to change it in column K as well to have it say bar, because that's where the formula is picking up. So just remember that. So like I said, if you don't want to deal with formulas, then just leave everything alone and just enter your product and your inventory, and it will automatically do everything for you, and it will help you keep track of what you have on hand and the value of what you have on hand. So I'm just kind of showing you, if you ever wanted to make changes to this list, this is how you're going to be able to do it. I alternated, couldn't decide how I wanted to do it, if I wanted to have the formula picking the list up from the list tab or having it in column K, but I decided to keep it in column K because if you did make rearrangements in the list tab, it would affect the formula in column K, or in J actually, and it would just mess everything up. So I figured to make it easy as possible for you guys, I just left the list alone. You can customize that because that list tab shows up in column A, everything you see on here. So any changes you make in the list will show up here. So if you were to say, we'll give you an example, we're going to change scent bar. So we're going to go over a list and we're going to say, I don't like how it says scent bar, I would rather it say bar. So we're going to go over here and we're going to move scent and I'm just going to say bar. So we go back to the tab inventory. So now what's going to happen is if I were to select, basically anything I have already entered prior to the change will not update. So I have to go back and change it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, first things first, if you want to make any changes to a list, do it now before you enter. Because if you enter, then change it, then you have to go back and basically re-update everything. But we'll say in this example, we already updated it. Now we're going to go back and update this row. So we will go back down here and go to scent and click on bar. See, it's already been updated. See how easy it is to update the list? Just don't update it afterwards. Click bar, but what's going to happen from once I do that, you notice I no longer have a bar here. It's changed it because the formula is reading from K. I told you I'm trying not to make this have nerd talk, but I'm hoping you guys are understanding, and that's why one affects the other. So if you're going to make a change in the list, do it first, and if you're going to make changes in the wording, you're going to need to update column K. So we're going to change this back because I wanted to say set bar. And then once watch the magic. Okay, so we'll go back to scent, and then we'll click scent bar, and poof, 10's back again. See? So I told you Excel is my baby. I'm such a nerd when it comes to this. So what I'm going to do is if you have no plans of ever making any changes, at least to the wording of the list, I'm actually going to be changing the word to white so it can't be seen, and then I'm actually going to be hiding the cell. So you can't see it, but you can unhide it. If you do want to, if you're someone who is very familiar with Excel and knows how to work it, you can unhide it. And then you're like, well, there's nothing here, but you're seeing stuff up here in the formula bar. You could just change the text to black, and there it all is. So to just make things simple for you guys, I'm hiding the column from you, so you do not have to worry about it. So, and as you're entering, everything will be updated here. So again, like I said, for me, I mean, maybe right now you don't want all this stuff on inventory and you just want warmers and wax. But as you go and you start growing your business and start building it, you may want to start investing in different things in your inventory. So everything's already here. So I try to make this as simple as possible, but I did want to show you how it works and how the formula works and how it counts. And if you were to make changes, how it's going to affect everything and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy the inventory list. I hope it's not too complicated. I personally added the overview table on the same tab as the actual inventory list, because the way that my monitor is, because I have an Apple, it's very big. I see a lot of columns, so I really didn't need an extra tab and put the overview in one and then the list on the other. So I've just put it all in one, and you can definitely move it. And if you want the overview at a separate tab rather than on the same tab, we can definitely just kind of throw up a new tab and move it over, and it'd still be fine. So, but I just have it all in one because it's just easier for me to do this way. And it's more simpler to me. So I think that's everything. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be uploading this very shortly. And yeah, so everything will be blank. So when you get it, you have a blank slate inventory list and you can update it. And if there's any changes you want me to do or any suggestions, let me know and I will implement it for you guys and re-upload a new version. Okay. So I think that's about it. Alrighty.